Alright, so welcome. Another lovely game. Hanwha going for the sweep today. Balazovic out on the mound for Doosan. Yuhanjin on the mound for Hanwha. One small change. Ha Kyung-min has backup with the first team. So they have a little bit stronger lineup as far as what they've had. So Balazovic, 6 games, 2-3, 3.09 ERA. Doesn't go deep into the games. He's really been only going 5 innings with the occasional game where he goes 6 as the first pitch is in there for a ball. And in there for a strike on the second one. Yeah, I would definitely not say that's actually Kenny. I think it's going to be a bullpen game. So 1-1 swing and a miss. Neither. Ryun Jin has pitched well, but he hasn't pitched great. And so we'll see as the 5-3 put out. I thought yesterday was definitely not going to be a pitcher's duel, but it was. Yes, but they had days off. They had days off, so neither one of these pitchers has pitched this week. So yeah, normally, the Sunday is the same as the 5th start, or the 5 days of rest instead of the 6 days. But because both of these teams had days off earlier this week, doesn't really matter. As Peraza steps in, fouls the first one off. And the 1-2 upstairs, 1-1. Oh god, those things are ugly. Is that their new Sunday? Is that, I guess, their Sunday uniforms in? Peraza with a solo shot yesterday as he looks at strike 2 at the top of the zone. 1 and 2. Doosan has worn a different uniform all 3 days this week. They wore their summer uniforms on Friday. Yesterday they wore the old Moon Bear uniforms, and now they're wearing their regular home uniforms. That is way upstairs. Kim Gi-young back behind the plates. Yang E.G. The day off. I will almost guarantee we will see him at some point today. Ooh, 6-game hitting streak for Peraza. Fouls that one off. Readjust his helmets. Somebody's got to remeasure that man's head. The bat flip. And again, that was not just a bat. That was a bat flip at Doosan's bench yesterday. That comes way up and in, and that is going to run the counts full. 3-2, first full count of the day. Yesterday in the 4th, hit his solo shot. Sold out crowd once again. Probably looks like 60 or 65%. Hanwha fans, as Peraza bloops that in front of the left fielder, and Hanwha's got their first base hit as he continues to hit well in the first inning. Balazovic throws fastball, curveball, his main 2 pitches, but also throws a forkball and a slider, as that is in the dirt. John Jin-hyuk, a rough day yesterday after a career day on Friday. Average sitting at 260 for the center fielder. 9 home runs, looking for home run number 10. that's going to be a 4-6-3. That'll be the end of the first for Hanwha. And yeah, they do get hits, which is way better than yesterday's first inning. So we'll take that with us, as yesterday was a little slow going. Yeah. So yesterday didn't have a hit until Peraza's hit in the fourth inning. Hog Youngmin is back on the mound for Doosan, or back in the game for Doosan. Called up today. Pitcher went down. Gui Jin, I can't remember whose names. He hasn't appeared in any of the games this series. So Hog Youngmin, 330. At one point, he was leading the league in hitting, and then has been dealing with injuries off and on. Ejin Young in left field, getting his first start since May. Kim Min-won still over at first base, which means there's still some issues with Chae and Sung. And EJ Won back behind the plates for another day. Last week, Yuan-jin did pitch on Sunday, and Chae Jae-hoon started. So I don't know what's going on, but 23 games, 7-7, 397 ERA, 286 batting average against 131 in the third innings. The thing you're going to look for is, and yes, I wanted a match with his wife and child. So we're all wearing the Ryuhan Jin monster uniform. But obviously the thing for Ryuhan Jin, and it's going to be talked about for the rest of the season, is the fourth and fifth inning. But he has pitched extremely well against Doosan. 12 innings. He's given up one unearned run in those 12 innings. So, and he's coming off a very good start. A 6 1/3 inning. Gave up one run in the victory, as that's in there for a strike. Jung Soo-bin, 600 on the series so far. 3 hits, 4 walks, 2 runs scored. He's done everything he can. And that's gonna be a quick single. And once again, he just gets on base. Welcome, Mary Kate. Right off of his glove. Are they going to give him an error? Could definitely go down as an error. Yep. Did not see it hit his glove, but it definitely did, as there's a lovely bunt. Everybody loves whenever it's a runner on first and no outs, and they decide to bunt. Fantastic coaching by a guy that shouldn't be in the dugout anymore. Another instance of he played, so he must be able to coach. So Kim Jae-ho is up in the 2-hole. Jared back down to the 3 spots, and they are going to bunt him over. And 1 away. Don't understand that, because it makes 0 sense. It actually makes negative sense. Lower your chances of scoring a run by 4%, and you're playing for 1 run in the first inning. Oh, Jared steps in. He is not having a good series. Average down to 346. Did he get a hit yesterday? Woo, up and in. He did end up finally getting a walk yesterday. 0 for 7 with a walk. He walked in his very last at-bats yesterday. And the 1-0 fouled straight back, 1-1. Last 5 games, he's 158. 3 hits, 2 RBIs. That's because 2 of these games have been against Hanwha, and he has not done well. And that's misses upstairs, 2-1. He is still trying to figure out the old ABS system. Not used to it, so he still doesn't understand the edges of it. Has been hitting 458 against lefties, though. Surprising, because he's also a lefty. And he pops that one up. Wang Young Mook under it, and 2 away. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, 2 outs now after the sacrifice bunt, and he's still on second base because you still have to get a hit. Good Lord, man, he's awful. I mean, like, at what point do you realize, at what point do you finally realize that it's not smart? Like, how many times do you have to bunt with a runner on first and no out and not score anybody to figure it out? Yang Sung on a swing and a pirouette strike. He is hitting 125 on the series. He does have a double. Was able to score a run on that double as Kim Jae-won knocked him in back on Friday. 2 runs scored. And the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a chopper. Noshiwan takes it. And 3 away. Lovely, lovely bunts. Runner on first. Nobody out. The bunt. And nobody scores because, well, that's called baseball, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll go to the second inning, tied at 0. Hanwha with more errors than Doosan has hits. Just don't get it. 10 pitches in that inning for Yu Hyun-jin. They leave 1 runner on base. 13 pitches in the first for Balazovic. I will struggle to pronounce his name all day long. All right. We should be back here. Mary Kate, did you make any wagers on the day? Definitely going to miss the first pitch here. Noshiwan will lead things off for Hanwha. Hey, more views of lights and advertisements in the bottom right corner. Alright, Noshiwan leading things off. And misses, ball 1 up high. 150 on the gun. Well, that's a bold strategy. And that's 2-0. Well, I hope he wins it all back on Hanwha. This weekend, 3 hits, 2 doubles, and 3 runs scored for Noshiwan. 375. And that curves in there for a strike. 2-1. Whoa, way upstairs. 3-1 is in 13 pitches in the first for Balazovic and 3 balls here. And the 3-1 swing fouls it off, and that's going to be another full count. Full count to Peraza, ended up with a single. Hopefully the full count here for Noshiwan also ends with him being on base. And there we go. That's going to drop in and roll to the fence. Noshiwan around in first and is cruising into second base as another full count ends up with a Hanwha runner on base. It's a curveball dropping down. Uh-oh. Delivery driver outside blaring something. 3 straight games with a double now for Noshiwan. Yesterday's double was not a double anywhere in any league except the KBO, though. So, put an asterisk on that one. Yesterday's offensive hero, Kim Tae-yeon, steps in, a single that scored a run in the, as he shoots that to the right side. Yesterday, 2 big singles. One of them in the 10th inning after the 2-base nutmeg error. Is that Park Se-eun? No. You don't. That's right. You don't have a pitcher today. As that's upstairs. 1-1. Yeah, your guys' pitching is set up for next week. It is set up to Park Se-eun, Barnes, and Wilkerson for Hanwha. Yeah, but he's been in and out of the starting lineup too, hasn't he? But that's fouled away, making it 1-2. The last 5 games, he has struggled, moved from the 3-hole down to the 5-hole, 150 on the season. Or 150 in his last 5 games. 2 of those hits came yesterday. And Katz is looking. These players are really going to have to learn the strike zone. They're going to have to learn the strike zone over the off season. All right, so now you got 1 away, and Kim In-won is stepping in. Got a righty-lefty matchup now for Hanwha, and ball 1. 240 on the season for Kim In-won. Really hitting mainly singles, but he did have a big double. Looks like might have been crossed up a little bit on that. And here comes the 1-0 way upstairs. 2-0. Wonder how these catchers handle the mid-season replacements. Balazovic is a replacement for Alcantara, so they didn't have the whole off season and everything to work together. So as that catches the inside corner, so you have to think about, obviously the foreign pitchers don't speak Korean, and most of the catchers also don't speak English or Spanish, depending on where they're from. But the 2-1 is way outside, 3-1. So they've got to communicate basically with body language, and that's it. Whenever they do have a mound visit, the translator has to run out, and that means that there is less time to have a conversation because you've got to, you got to say everything twice. But the 3-1 pitch to Kim In-won here. And that's ball 4. And Hanwha's got runners on first and second as the manager that shouldn't be in the dugouts looks on, trying to figure out why he's not winning. I imagine he's got one more year in Doosan if that's the fans are not happy with him. He doesn't know how to handle a pitching staff. He doesn't know game management. But what we know is Ito Yoon is stepping in. A huge day yesterday. A single, a double, and a triple. And looks at strike 1 at the top of the zone. Hitting .444 on the weekend here. And that's going to be a single past the diving third baseman. They're going to know Shiwan is going to come around and slide in. That's how you score runs. Indeed, indeed, as Ito Yoon comes through with the RBI single, and Hanwha takes a 1-0 lead. That's going to bring up EJ1. Alright, EJ1 lifts that one into right field. I don't believe he's going to be tagging. And he's not. It's 2 away. Gotta have positive outs. Eugene Young will step in, getting his first start today. Since May, as he had a surgery, I believe a shoulder surgery of some kind, as he was really struggling. Hitting 200 on the season, but really a strikeout threat. Plenty of power, but yeah. Strikeout career about 35%. He has plenty of power. If he can get a hold of one, it is gonna be gone. But the problem is actually hitting it. That's his ball in the dirt. For some reason, they are afraid to hit him, or afraid to pitch to him, as they keep going away, away, away. I don't really think he can catch up to a fastball. 295 with runners in scoring position for today's left fielder. And here comes the 2-0. They finally throw a fastball. And what happens? He flies out. Somebody knows what to do. That'll be the end of the seconds for Hanwha. They strand 2 more, or they strand 2, but they score 1. And we will go to the bottom of the second. Hanwha up 1-0. 10-inning pitch for Yuanjin means wasn't out there for too long. Quickly, Balazovic had to go back out. Balazovic out there struggled through 22 pitches in that second inning, giving Ryuhanjin plenty of time to rest. So he is going to come in now and be rested. In things to look for, that's sixth and seventh inning the fourth and fifth innings for Yuanjin are the trouble areas that he's had this season. But able to get around the early air in the first inning, only 10 pitches. They stranded him after they decided to bunt him over. Again, nobody knows why or what. But, all right. We should be coming back. I really am so tired of all of the same commercials. Every single game has about, I think now there's about an 8 rotation, 8 pitch. Oh, so I'm back, but the game's not. Apparently there was a strike somewhere. I thought they were taking too long. And the 0-1 misses upstairs, 1-0. Kim Jae-won, not a good series. Lots of Ks yesterday, 23 homers on the season. And Shops, that's one. He's one hit, 167 on the season, or sorry, in this series, and that's one double that scored Yang Sung-wan. Does have 2 RBIs because he walked in a run whenever he with a bases loaded walk, and the 1-2 pitch lifted foul, stays 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be lined to John Jin Hyuk back under it. And one away. All right, Kang Seung-ho had a big hit yesterday. 2 RBI double that put them ahead at the time, but they were not able to hold on yesterday. And first pitch pops up. EJ1 giving chase under it, and 2 away. Beautiful, beautiful. As that's pitch number 6 of the inning, and Ha Kyung-min will step in now. All right, first pitch in there for strike. 0-1. 1500th game. He's been gone for 11 days. Finger is what it's saying. And that's going to be a single, maybe a double. We'll see if he rounds first. He's going to go cruising into second base. And that is their first hits on his 1500th game. Past the diving Noshiwan. That misses upstairs. Kim Gi-yeon steps in, the backup catcher. 290 on the season, has also not had a good series. Pinch hit yesterday, struck out in a very big spot late in the game. 0 for 5 on the series, 2 strikeouts, and they would love to get Ryunjin his first strikeout of the game, as that's a strike at the bottom of the corner. 1-4 to 4 on the gun. This season, he's hitting .250 against him, meaning he's 1 for 4 because he only has 1 hit. And the 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1. Like 7 different uniforms in this one picture. All right, the 2-1, that's going to be a chopper. Noshiwan grabs it, the throw in time, and 3 away. Both innings have ended with a runner stranded on base and a 5-3 putouts, and Hanwha will come back up to bat. Top of the third, they're up 1-0. Ryunjin did creep up his pitch count there with 12 pitches that inning, giving him 22 on the day. 22 pitches for him in the day, 22 pitches in the last inning for Balazovic. But with that double, it should have given Balazovic enough time to gather himself, cool down a little bit, and be ready to go back out there again. It's those the long innings immediately followed by a 1-2-3 inning that really just turns the game around. So as long as Hanwha can keep getting a hit or getting runners on, so that Ryunjin has plenty of time to rest and cool down a little bit, rehydrate, then all should be fine. And Mary Kate and her friends can all have their money back. So coming up is Hanwha's number 1 hitter. Nick isn't here, so we'll just get straight into it. There he is. I was a little worried. It's gonna have to call in the reinforcements, go check your house. A 5-3 ground out in his first at bat, and first pitch, that's yeah. He didn't let that one go past him. And 1 away. I hate to tell you, but you ain't getting a home run ball on the infield. All right, Peraza steps in. He singled, but was erased on a double play back in the first inning, and looks at ball 1, looking to get that average back up to 300 as he's hitting 288. Has been hitting much better as of late. Occasionally gets the 2-hit game. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. This is the type of pitcher that does well against Peraza, a guy with a curveball and a slider, both that are going to drop off of, as there it is, right on cue. Right on cue. So those pitches that drop down out of the zone, and the 1-2 swing and a miss on a pitch outside of the zone. And quickly 2 away. 5 pitches, 2 outs. This is what you do not want. John Jin Hyuk, it's up to you, sir. Yesterday's worst player of the game, Friday's best player of the game. And looks at strike one. 4-6-3 double play in his first at bats. Needs to extend this inning in some way. That is not it. As that is a very quick 7-pitch inning, and now you have to worry. 1, 2, 3 on 7 pitches, and now you have to worry about Doosan scoring. They're going to have number 9, 1, 2, which means they're going to have number 9, who would be a leadoff hitter in most teams, as he leads the league with 14 infield bunt hits. So they really have to worry about that. Can Ryunjin get off the mound quick enough and throw a good pitch or a good throw over to first base whenever he inevitably tries to bunt here? And or can EJ Wan do it? 22 pitches through the first 2. We'll see how this one goes. Should be back. Nick, my run past the stadium saw the stadium parking lot absolutely packed today. So while we're waiting for them to come back around the league, Kia up 2-0, Samsung up 4-0, and SSG up 2-0. So SSG, if they can beat KT and Hanwha can stick on with a win, would be massive, as they would be within 1. So that's in there for a strike. Josu Hang this weekend, 1 for 8 with an RBI. And that's in the dirt, 1-1. Last 5 games, hitting .235, 4 hits. Against Ryunjin, he's 2 for 2. Just catches the outside, 1-2. All right, to the 1-2. That's going to be a 6-3 putouts. And that's a big first out right there. All right, Jung Soo-bin steps in again. He's 0 for 1, reached on the air, then was sacrificed over for, yeah. And that's in there for a strike. And years ago, Jung Soo-bin had a chance to sign with Hanwha, but Hanwha didn't want to offer him 6 years. And that's low, 1-1. .281 on the season for Jung Soo-bin. Ryunjin ERA is dropped down to 391 now. That's a beautiful curveball, as it just froze him. And fouls that away. He will do this. He will foul off a ton of pitches. He has 56 strikeouts on the season, 121 hits, 56 strikeouts. So your typical old school leadoff hitter gets on base, steals some bases, sees a lot of pitches, walks a bunch. That one there, that's the legendary cheerleader that left Lotte to go to Doosan. All right, the 2-2 pitch outside. All right, the 3-2 pitch to Jung Soo Bin. And that's going to be a chopper. Ito Yoon to throw in time, 2 away. I still couldn't tell you who any of... I know who that one is just from always popping up on social media and commercials galore. All right, 2 outs, 11 pitches. Looks at strike 1 in there. Kim Jae-ho getting his first start of the series. He successfully sacrificed in his first at-bats, and that's going to be a liner right to Ito Yoon. Ito Yoon with a 6-3, a 6-3, and a liner caught, and we will go to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-2-3 inning for Ryu Jin, his very first one. And another fairly quick outing. That was 13 pitches, so 10 pitches, 12 pitches, and 13 pitches. He's sitting at 35. Again, today's game is, the important thing is getting 6 or 7 innings from your pitcher. Whichever team can get the best outing from their starting pitcher has the definitive advantage. And again, once Hanwha gets the lead and they get to the bullpen, obviously you're going to have Pak Sang-won coming out. He only pitched 1 day. I imagine Lee Min-woo will come back out. And then you do have Han Seung-ju and Kim Kyu-yeon. But neither one of those have pitched well lately. Yeah, so you have to think that Ju Hyun-sang, Han Seung-hyuk, and Kim So-hyun are not playing today. And Lee Sang-gyu didn't throw a lot of pitches yesterday, but he did pitch 2 innings. So a possibility that he's out there again, but I don't know. All right, coming up for Hanwha, No Shiwon. He doubled and scored in his first inning, looking to double and score again. A Canadian Toronto fan, looks like. And that's in there for strike. And the 0-1, he went around. And 0-2 now to No Shiwon. And the 0-2. 1-2. Nick, what do you think about those the Doosan uniforms, the kind of t-shirts t-shirts uniforms with no buttons? As that's one misses, and it's 2-2. curveball. And a swing and a miss at a pitch way up at his zone. 153 and one away. You don't like the Hanwha ones either? All right, Kim Tae-yeon will step in. He looks at strike one. Struck out looking in his first at-bats. Looks at strike one in his second at-bats. And fouls that to make it 0-2. Here comes, oh, not going to go in the other, yep, they went almost to the other, the other batter's box. Right-hander 0-2 versus right-hander, and they immediately go to the other batter's box for a ball. Right on cue. Once again, that is in your I'm gonna manage a KBO team handbook. Ball two, way outside again. 151 on the gun, but would have taken off the head of a left-handed batter. Sorry, we're in the top of the fourth, not the bottom of the third. All right, the 2-2 pitch, 1 out. Kim Tae-yeon, 306 on the season. Big hit yesterday, looking to give themselves a hit and try to get some runs. As that's bounced in the dirt. And the third full count of the day for Hanwha. Single in the first inning, a double in the second inning. What's going to happen this time? Once again, let's get somebody on base after a full count. And fouls, ball 4 off, stays 3-2. Kim Tae-yeon is not having a good August for most parts, but he's still hitting almost 300 in August. So his average has dropped down quite a bit. He struggled, but the start of his August was so good. As that is ball 4, and once again, Hanwha gets a base runner on a full count. Gotta love it. No big deal. All right, that's going to bring up Kim In-won. He walked in his first at-bat. And first pitch, that's going to be a 3-6-3 double. Second double play Hanwha's hit into, and we will go to the bottom of the fourth. Hanwha doesn't strand any runners this time, but that's because they once again hit into a double play to end the inning. The walk goes for nothing. Yeonjin will come back out. Quick inning, last inning, 13 pitches. We'll see what happens here. He'll face Jared Yang Sung-man and Kim Jae-won. So we'll face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the fourth inning. Remember, the fourth inning is one of the big struggles for Yoo Hyun-jin. Fourth inning, opponents are hitting 302. They are hitting 302 against him in the third inning. Also, fifth inning, they're hitting 410 against him. Then you get into the seventh, 412 against them, but very limited, only 17 at bats there. So, 13 pitches. He was sweating pretty bad out there, and then not a 1-2-3, but only faced the minimum for Balazovic, and now Yun Jin is going to have to go right back out there. So we shall see what happens here. First pitch is ball one, low, 1-0. Jared Young steps in, leads off, 342. Popped up to the second baseman in his first at bats. Looks at strike one there, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch fouls that off, 1-2. Jared Young kind of reminds me of old Jared Hoying. And the 1-2 and time is called. Not using PitchCom right now. And the 1-2 pitch. Right back at Yun Jin. Ito Yoon grabs it, the throw in time. What a play by Ito Yoon. As that was probably go down as a 1-6-3 putout as it hit Yun Jin right back at him. Maybe might have gotten his glove. Ito Yoon fields it on the second base side. Spins and gets the out at first on the big stretch by Kim In-won. That is 3 straight putouts by the shortstop, as that's in there for a strike. Swing and a miss and a pirouette once again from Yang Sung-won, as he is trying to forget this series. All right, the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a slow roller, 6-3, and the 5th straight putouts by Ito Yoon. They are they're giving him every chance they can to let him have an error. Now, Kim Jae-won steps in. Yun Jin still no strikeouts. This is the perfect candidate to get his first strikeout, though. And way outside, 1-0. And 1-0 fouls. That's one away. 1-1. 263 for Kim Jae-won. Flew out to center field to start the second inning. 0 for 1 on the day. And that's in there. Beautiful 127. That's what comes now. You throw the curve down in the ground. Yep, that's the curve, but that was not down in the ground. And it's 1-1. Yeah. EJ Wan was setting up down low, curveball, but you just hung a curveball to one of the better power hitters in the league. And it's now 1-1. He knows it too. Like, I cannot believe I just hung that curveball right in the middle of the plate. 24th home run of the season for Kim Jae-won. And Kang Seung-ho steps in and looks at a strike one that got a seam on the outside. Sixth home run against Hanwha this year as Kang Seung-ho swings and misses at a pitch above the zone. First home run of this series for Doosan. Hanwha with a handful. That's ball one upstairs. 1-2. He's got to run through the bullpen to throw the teddy bear into the crowd. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch to Kang Seung-ho, 286 on the season, and there's the first strikeout looking. I was one batter off, but that was a big batter that I was off. And we will go to the fifth inning. Hanwha tied up now, 1-1. Ouch. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Samsung putting it to Lotte. 7-0 in the bottom of the third already. And this is the closest I have ever seen. I mean, even 10th place is 6.5 games out of the playoffs with a month left. You know, they only have 24 games since they play in the Dome, but all right, so we should be back here. Lee Do-yoon will lead things off for Hanwha. He has the big RBI single back in the second inning. He'll look to give them a nice leadoff batter as and pulls the bunts back. And that's going to be Infield single for Lee Do-yoon as Yang Sung-won tries to grab it, but it bounces off the top of his glove. Hog Young-min tries to make the play, but not able to, as he was good. Oh wow, that was all that. He literally tried to field it with a closed glove. They're gonna give him a hit, but man, like, I don't know of anybody in the world that can field the ball with your glove closed. But maybe they do things differently, and I haven't paid that close attention. As Lee Jae-won will step in, he flew out to right in his first at bat. Averages dropped down to 255 on the season. Is hitting 389 against Doosan, which might be why he is in the lineup today. And that's a nice pitch on the outside, 0-2. Alright, the 0-2 pitch sets up in the other batter's box just like usual. And time is called. Balazovic jumps. Umpire jumps out of the way. Balazovic doesn't release the ball. I'm surprised he doesn't want to get a new ball now. Time is called as he's starting his windup. Is the young umpire, the guy that looks like he's only in his 30s, 40s, that's gonna be a 5-4-3 double play. Third double play that Hanwha has hit into today. All right, Lee Jin-young steps in, looking to do his own damage. And that is a pitch way in the dirt. Flew out to center field to end the second inning. Left 2 runners on. And that's right down the middle. 1-1. And that's going to be a chopper. 5. He's got some wheels, but it's not enough. As another double play makes it almost kind of, but a 1-2-3. The inning that matters the most coming up. Ryunjin will face the bottom of the order at least. As Balazovic has been pitching well. 9 pitches that inning leaves him at 64. Double plays are fantastic for your pitch count, I guess. Ryunjin, 50 pitches through 4 innings. Again, struggles in the 4th inning. Gave up the home run there. Struggles in the 5th inning. But he is going to face the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Obviously, Hog Young Min would not be a 7 hitter on most teams. And like I said, either Josu Hang is not your typical number 9 hitter. Hog Young Min did double in his first at bats. So we'll see what happens here. Again, 5th inning. Opponents hitting .410 against them, 8 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, but he's given up the most homers in the 4th inning. That's right, the homer that he just gave up is the 5th homer he's given up in the 4th inning. He's given up now 7 home runs on the season, 5 in the 4th and 8 now. 5 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 1 in the 7th. So, again, like I said, this is the important inning here. All right, Hog Young Min steps in and looks at strike down the middle. And fouls that one away, 0-2. Hog Young Min, 332 now on the season after that double back in the 2nd inning. Was stranded on the base pass. Doosan is stranded 2 runners on second. They're 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position today. As he fouls that straight back, stays 0-2. Right, the 0-2 pitch sticks the bat out, fouls it away again. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Maybe, eventually. All right, here we go. Oh! I would love to see the ABS on that, because might have clipped the zone but missed it coming out as he sticks the bat out. That's going to be a difficult play to make. At Kim In-won makes the over-the-shoulder catch. A big out there to keep the leadoff batter off the base passes. Kim In-won makes the over-the-shoulder catch in foul territory, running into the stands. All right, Kim Gi-yeon, big swing and a miss. Might have fouled that. Who knows with EJ1? EJ1 doesn't catch the ball. 289 on the season for the backstop. 5-3 ground out in the 1st inning. Ended the 2nd inning with Hog Young Min over on seconds. Fouls that one away, and it's quickly 0-2. Hyunjin trying to get through the 5th inning here without getting the pitch counts up and without giving up a run. And the 0-2 pitch, that's going to be a chopper to the second baseman, throw to away. All right, Josu Hang, the number 9 hitter, grounded out to Lee Do-yoon. And fakes the bunt, pulls it back. It's 1-0. Jo Soo-hang started the putouts by Ito Yoon over at shorts back in the third inning. Led off the third inning with a 6-3 groundout, and then 6-3, and then a liner to the shortstop, and then a 6-3, and then a 6-3, and then a not catchable. And 1-1 on that foul ball. Jo Soo-hang, 267 on the season. And catches the bottom of the zone, 1-2. We are moving through this game, an hour and 11 minutes, and almost done with the fifth inning. I don't know what that was. Young Jin decides to back off the mound to wipe off the sweat off of his face. And resets the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Again, the 6-3, 6-3 home run strikeouts kind of was not a really long inning, but the fact that Hanwha took 9 pitches to get 3 outs makes that inning a little bit worse. But that's ball inside. 2-2, 2 outs. Big pitch coming up here. Do not want to flip the lineup back over in this inning. Swing and a miss. That will help it out, as that will end the fifth, and we will go to the bottom of the top of the sixth after the break. I will see you guys in just a few minutes. right, so we should be just about back. Oh, waiting for Nick to start this 6th inning. That one is in there for a strike. Nick is over there sleeping. Oh, barely got it. Well, yep. 4-3 ground out. All right, well, Balazovic average or 18 pitches an inning today. He's averaging 13. Peraza steps in. He's ready to be a hero again. All right. Peraza 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out in his last at bat. Singled in his first. And that's outside 2. This is upstairs. That's 3. And that is down the middle. We definitely don't say down the middle. We usually say something else, but it's not appropriate for children in the audience. All right, the 3-1. Ball 4 and another walk. Third walk of the day for Balazovic. 71 pitches now. Looking at last week. Did he not pitch last week? And John Jin Hyuk steps in. He looks at strike 1. So Balazovic, the last game, 101 pitches, so he's easily able to go 100 pitches. And fouls that one off. 0-2. John Jin Hyuk 0 for 2 on the day. 4.63 and a 4-3 ground out. 2 at bats, 3 outs. Season average down to 257. Again, he is a very, very streaky hitter. And the 0-2 pitch upstairs. 1-2. Hanwha 3 double plays already hit into today, trying to avoid another one, as that's ball 2. And Hanwha sitting in 7th, but only by 1/1000th of a point. They do own the tiebreaker over SSG as they've won more games. As that is going to be lined into the gap, and Peraza is running hard. They're going to send him the throw home, not anywhere near a professional level throw. And that's will make it 2-1. That throw looked like something one of my 5-year-old students would have made. I am not sure where the heck that was coming from. Right into the gap in the right center. Rolls to the wall. It's cut by the right fielder. The throw from the shortstop Peraza does not look like he's running well, but he's doing the best he can, and that is all that matters. As John Gignac is now sitting over at third base as he went to third on that, we'll call it a throw. I'm not sure what it was. But, so now you've got an extra run 90 feet away with a guy that should be able to put a ball into the outfield. And a swing and a miss upstairs. 0-2. No strikeouts. No pop flies, please. 3-0-2 with runners in scoring position. 59 RBIs with the runners on second or third. That's strike 3. As he doesn't even bother to run to first. Catcher drops the ball. Doesn't run to first to make him throw. All right, that's going to bring up Kim Tae-yun looking to put one into right with another single. Looks at ball 1. Walked in his last at bat. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out in his first. And that's way up high too. 2-0. Pitch number 91 for Balazovic. Sorry, 81. I think I said 91. Kim Tae-yun hitting .429 with a runner on third base on the season. Let's increase that and increase this lead. That's not going to do it. It's a swing. Might have got a piece, but it's 2-1. All right. You can have some more music, sir, since you put the ball into right field in your 10th inning at bats. Ball in the dirt. That's 3-1 now. Yunjin warming up over in the bullpen. Again, LG and Doosan share Jam Shield. Both of them have bullpens right next to the dugouts. So the pitchers can warm up there instead of on the field like a lot of the other stadiums. And the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4, nowhere near the strike zone. His 4th walk of the day. And Hanwha with runners on the corner and a guy that can make it a 4-run game as the pitching coach and the translator jog out. Mary Kate, are you rooting for your fellow Canadian on the mound? Kim Kong-il warming up in the Doosan bullpen. Did pitch Friday, gave up 1 run. All right, Kim In-won now steps in. They give the sign to watch out for the Little League double steal. John Jin-hyuk does have plenty of speed over at third base. Kim Tae-yeon has more speed than I do. But his speed is not important here. Kim In-won walked in his first at-bats, rounded into a 3-6-3 double play in his last at-bats, and chops that one foul, 0-1. 85 pitches and now 21 pitches so far this inning. He threw 22 pitches in the second inning when Hanwha scored a run. He's getting ready to throw pitch number 22 in this inning as Hanwha has already scored 1 run. And that's way inside. 1-1. Kim In-won with runners in scoring position. 273, 6 hits, 7 RBIs. He does much better against righties in his career. Swing and a miss there. He is a guy that struggles with those pitches dropping out of the zone, just like many players in this league. Does he throw the slider down and in? Fastball up, blows it past him, and Hanwha leaves another 2 runners on, but they get 1 more in. They've left 2 runners on in 2 innings, but both of those innings they were able to score a run and they take the lead. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Hanwha up 2-1. And Ryun Jin coming back out, only sitting at 65 pitches. Will that be it for Balazovic? He's sitting at 88 pitches. This manager, again, a legend in the KBO as far as home runs and offense. Pitching decisions, nope. So we'll see what he does. He sent out Guak Bin yesterday, who is already at 90 pitches. They sent him out, and well, what happened? Yeah, well, he gave up some runs. They had just tied it 2-2 in the bottom of the 6th. They sent him out for the 7th, and Hanwha scored 2 runs. Yes, they did score 4 runs a little bit later, but Hanwha scored 2 runs because this manager sent out a guy with almost 90 pitches yesterday. Sent him back out to the 7th. Will he send out Balazovic, who is at 88 pitches, for another inning? We shall see. But first, the bottom of the 6th, Ryun Jin back out on the mound, going to face the top of this lineup again for the 3rd time. Jung Soo-bin, Kim Jae-ho, and Jared Young, as that's a strike at the top of the zone. Only 65 pitches through that first 5 innings, so he's sitting perfectly fine as far as pitch count goes. Hasn't pitched in a week, pitched last Sunday, as that's fouled away, 0-2. All right, the 0-2 pitch coming up. 67 pitches. That's going to be a chopper back up the middle. Ito Yoon doesn't throw it as he knows that he's not going to be able to throw him out. And the leadoff batter is on with an infield single. I like that he held on to the ball. I really do. Situational awareness, I talk about that all the time. Yeah, he probably could have gotten the throw, but most likely he's not going to get out Jung Soo Bin, who is way too fast. Now here's the big thing. Now you've got a very fast guy on base. Are you gonna? Yeah, you're gonna bunt again. No, they pull it back. Strike one. Oh man, I was really hoping Kim Jae-ho decided to bunt again with a runner on first and nobody out. Because it's worked in Hanwha's favor all the other times that the managers have done it for the last 3 weeks. All right, yep. Flash that bunt. Pulls it back, pops it up. And one away. There you go. Thank you very much, Doosan manager, for showing that you don't belong in a dugout. Well done. Well done. Continue to do it. As you ask him to bunt in the first inning and nobody scores, you ask him to bunt and pull it back, throwing his timing off, and he pops it out. Well done. Well done. Probably shouldn't be here next year. All right, Jared steps in, looks at strike one on the outside, gives the old head shake again as... Man, it's just it's mind-blowing. All right, the 0-1 pitch. Way up high, EJ Wan is able to snag it. Can't catch it if it smacks him right in the mitts, but if he's jumping up, he's able to catch it. Interesting. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Jared, who's again just not having a good series. Swing and a miss as that blows past him. 143. Up high though. So Jared is 0 for the series. And he's gone, and he hits him on the elbow. Oh no, it hit him on the wrist. I thought it hit him on his little elbow pad, but no, I'm fine. Yeah, that did not look All right, now they've got runners on first and second with 1 out. Yang Sung-won steps in. He is also not having a good series. I imagine they'll have a mound visit now. Ooh! Did it hit his bat? Yeah, it did. Like live, I thought it hit it just because of the way he was going through, I thought it hit his elbow pad thing. Because it sounded like it hit something really solid, which would normally be those elbow pads, but apparently it must have glanced off of his hand and hit the bat knob. But Yang Sung-wan steps on, steps in and looks at strike one. Again, you got a team that has not been able to get runs in. They are 0 for the game with runners in scoring position. Yang Sung-wan 0 for 2 on the day. 1 hit in this series. And that is a shot to No Shi-wan. 5, 4, 3. Double play to end the inning. And Doosan struggles to actually score some runs with runners in scoring position continues. And we will go to the 7th inning. Hanwha up 2-1. And I think actually just as important is the fact that 76 pitches for Yoo Jin, meaning he's going to be able to go back out there for the 7th. He has obviously struggled in the 7th, as most pitchers struggle when they're going back through a lineup like that, or that later in the game. So, he will go back out as get through the 7th, and that leaves Park Sang-won and Lee Min-woo to go in and try to keep the lead. But fantastic defense there. No Shi-wan with in the hot corner, and the 4-5, 3-4-5 for Doosan has just been bad. KT has tied it up in Incheon, threatening to score more. They've got runners on 2nd and 3rd in the top of the 6th. Otherwise, Lotte has also made the game interesting. It's 5-7 now in Daegu. So Che Ji-gang will come out onto the mound for Doosan. Alright, Ito Yoon leading things off. Che Ji-gang, 49 games, 3-1, 258 ERA, 14 holds, 235 batting average against, 45 and 1/3 innings. And ball 2. Che Ji-gang did pitch yesterday, gave up a walk, but retired the other 2 batters that he faced. Ito Yoon fakes the bunt, and that's ball 3. Alright, here comes the 3-0 pitch to Ito Yoon. In there for sure. Alright. Che Ji-gang 254, Ito Yoon 279, 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and that's in there for a strike. Runs the count full. Again, Hanwha, 3 full counts today, or 3 full counts. This is the 4th full count of the day. A walk, a single, and a double. Can he get back on base with another full count? And he pops it up to the left fielder. And for the first time today, Hanwha is retired on a full count. He's sitting down, reading, sitting down in the chair, reading How to Manage for Dummies. All right, EJ Wan steps in. He grounded into a 5-4-3 double play his last at bats. 0 for 2 on the day. Looks at strike 1, 0-1. And, ooh, just misses inside. How old is this guy? Okay. 23 years old. Just turned 23 last month. And the 1-1 misses 2-1. Right, the 2-1, and he lifts that into the corner and left. EJ Wan showing off the wheels as he's gonna cruise into second base. And I imagine that we're gonna have a pinch runner. I imagine it'll be Euro Gyo. Oh, Iwan Suk is what I heard there. Oh, Iwan Suk coming in. Now Hanwha can score on a single. Lee Jin Young steps in. 0 for 2 on the day. Most important thing is the double keeps Hanwha out of double play. And they've hit into 3 today. And fouls that away, 0-2. Lee Jin Young average down below the Mendoza line, as again he's getting his first starts back since May 2nd, I believe. Fly out to center in his first, and a 5-3 groundouts in his last at-bats. And once again, the old 0-2 pitch into the other batter's box. Hitting, he did hit 339 in the Futures League. Wasn't striking out very much in the Futures League either. I was trying to keep an eye on him, as I thought that he would have been brought up sooner than he was. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fouls. That's one back. And many Hanwha fans are huge Lee Jin Young fans because of a grand slam he hit last year. A pinch hit grand slam. Hanwha was already winning the game, and he came in and pinch hit and hit a grand slam, and they voted that was the best play of the season. That tells you pretty much everything you need to know, as that's way up high, 2-2. So he does have plenty of power. Or sorry, was that last year? Yeah, that was last year. He does have plenty of power, but connecting is his issue. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Iwan Suk on second base. Any pitch that gets away And that's going to be a slow chopper to shorts. And 2 away. Yuan Suk moves over to third as he was gone on contact. Running on a pitch in front of you, but he was able to quickly move over there. All right, Wang Young Mook steps in. He's got to earn Nick's rewards. We'll see what he can do here. Nothing, because we're going to have a pitching change. All right. Pitching change. Who will they go with? I imagine they're going to go with a lefty. So lefties in their bullpen. Lee Byung-hyun, Chae Sun-young. Those are the 2 options. So Lee Byung-hyun did pitch yesterday. And the other option, Chae Sun-young, didn't pitch yesterday. So I'm going to guess they're going to go with Chae Sun-young. But I would be wrong, because it's much better to go with the guy that pitched yesterday. Lee Byung-hyun will come in to face Wang Young Mook. I was running the Hanwha dugout. I don't know how many fines I would be given because I don't follow the bunt and constantly using the same pitcher strategy. I'm pretty sure that's in the contracts. Alright, so we should be coming back. Wang Young Mook leading things off 0 for 3 today, is yet to hit a ball out of the infield. Now's the time for him to do so. Lee Byung-hyun, 66 games, 6-1, 3.34 ERA, 17 holes, 254 batting average against, 56 2/3 innings, 30 walks, and 46 strikeouts. Whew. First pitch is a ball. Yesterday came in the 7th, 1 1/3 innings, 16 pitches, no runs. This is Wang Young Mook's first chance with RBI with a runner in scoring position. And that's in there for strike at the top of the zone, 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch here. Sets up on the outside. That's misses badly, but misses in a strike. The old slider didn't slider. Wang Young Mook 0 for 3 today. Average down to 305. And fouls it away. Again, I remember yesterday they talked about in the second half, maybe it was the second half, maybe it was the month of August, but an 82% contact rate. Lee Byung-hyun, lefties are hitting .241 against them on the season. All right, the 1-2 pitch. That is lifted. Jared running, slides, and catches it in foul territory. Good Lord. And another runner stranded on the bases. the day. We will go to the bottom of the seventh. Ryun Jin should be coming back out. Can't say much about that one, Nick. That wouldn't have been a strike. Wouldn't have been a hit anyway, as that was caught in foul territory. But that's just a solid play. I bet on myself, Brian. They are, yeah. Ryun Jin is, well, Kitty. They've scored it. They've hit plenty and walked plenty. It's just there's been I believe 5 double plays, 4 double plays. Hanwha's hit into 3 double plays, 1 in the first, 1 in the third, or 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. Helps with the old pitch count when you're getting double plays. And Doosan is 0 for the game with runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Ryun Jin out on the mound again. And first pitch is in there for a strike. Yeah, I saw it was 7-5. KT took the lead also. All right, Kim Jae-won, ball 1 inside. He is the one that hit the home run back in his last at-bat, back in the 4th, to tie the game at 1 before Hanwha was able to add 1, making it 2-1. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. So Ryun Jin, 76 pitches through the 6th. He's obviously cruising through here, as that's outside at 2-2. I think so, Kenny. I mean, it obviously depends. Does Doosan score? If Doosan scores, I think Hanwha is done. So Iwan Suk in left. Che Jae-hoon moves in behind home plates. And that's outside. Runs the count full. 2nd full count of the day for Ryun Jin. First one ended in a 6-3 groundout. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch. Catches him in the bottom of the zone. And that's a big out. That's the pitch that he was trying to throw the last time. All right, Lee Young is out in the left. Che Jae-hoon is behind home plate. Get it changed in just a second. And the first pitch to Kang Seung-ho is in there for strike. Kang Seung-ho 0 for 2, popped up to the catcher and struck out in his last at-bat. And that is going to be a shot and an infield single again. Not much you can do there, as that was just hit hard. Probably should have had it, but that's a tough play there. All right, that's going to bring up Ha Kyung-min. He doubled in his first at-bats. A pop-up to the first baseman in his last at-bat. Kim In-won made a great running catch over his shoulder to catch it, and it's 0-1. And pops that one up. It doesn't have to run and catch it behind his back this time, as another foul pop up to the first baseman. And that's 2 away. On the season, Hyunjin is averaging 5 2/3 innings, 96 pitches. He's sitting at 86 pitches right now, 10 in this inning here. Kim Gi-yeon steps in. 0 for 2 today, 0 for the series. Has not been having a good series as the backup catcher. And fouls that one straight back. And now SSG is tied it back up at 3. Kim Gi-yeon hitting 296 against lefties, 279 against righties, but those lefties are not the Korean monster himself. All right, the 0-1 pitch from Hyunjin. Kim Gi-yeon sets up on the outside. Foul away. As it goes back by the old cheer section. Pitch number 89 coming up on the day for Hyunjin. I imagine this will be his last inning. Again, you got Park Sang-won and Lee Min-woo in the bullpen that can come in to try to close it out. We'll see if they can. And the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a single. And, yeah, now you've got runners on first and second. Will you get a pinch runner here? Kim Gi-yeon is, does not look like he's built for speed. Well, I'll just say that. We'll see what happens. Do they get a pinch runner here? He is the go-ahead run over at first base. Yep, they will leave him in. Jo Soo-hang will come out. Yang E-ji will step in. And the pitching coach will make his way out onto the mound. Asking him, do you want to pitch to him? Do you want to pitch to him? And he says, yeah, yep. This is the matchup that is on the YouTube thumbnail for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we all want to see. As a pinch hitter, he is 1 for 2. Again, Choi Jae-hoon, Choi Jae-hoon is the former backup catcher for Yang E-ji. Yang E-ji and Hyunjin have had their little things going. Yang E-ji on the season, he is hitting 167 against Hyunjin. And this is going to be the at-bat of the game, as that's Mrs. Low 1-0. I think it's just a, who knows? So in his career, he's hitting 250 against him. A big swing and a miss there. 0-1 or 1-1. Old elevated cutter. Runners in scoring position. Yang E.G. hitting 407, 50 hits, 71 RBIs. Doosan on the day hitting 0 as he fouls that one straight back. Now you've got a 1-2 pitch coming up. Yuan Jin, pitch number 93, Yang E.G. Easily the best catcher in the league and one of the best hitters. Runner on first, runner on second. 0 for 4 on the day with runners in scoring position is Doosan. That's way outside. 2-2. Yuan Jin, this is going to probably be his last batter, as you have to think he's now sitting at 93 pitches. The Yang E.G., the 2-2 pitch, 2 on, 2-1, 2 outs. Fouled away. Stays 2-2. Yuan Jin, 412 batting average against in the 7th inning. Already given up 2 hits here. This could be the game. They will have, he is pinch hitting, which means he's hitting in the 9 spot right now. Will he stay in and catch after this? All right, once again, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And they are 0 for 5 with the runners on in scoring position. A massive strikeout. And that will be the end of the 7th as they strand 2 more. And Yuan Jin gets out of it. Yuan Jin, 19 pitches in that last inning. Definitely the most he's thrown. 95 pitches, 7 innings, 95 pitches, 73 of them for strikes. 5 hits, 1 of them was not catchable. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 1 run on that solo shot by Kim Jae-won. And he's put his team in a position to win. Now, can Hanwha hold the lead is the question. On the other side, Kenny called it a pitching duel. Balazovic, 6 innings, 88 pitches, 5 hits, 4 walks is the big issue there. 5 strikeouts, gave up 2 runs. So quality start versus quality start plus. You got a 2-1 game, which is also this, what do you do here? Is Yang E.G. going to stay in and catch? Yang E.G. will not. It will go into Kim Tae-gun. Will head into right field. Peraza leads off the inning. Big swing and a miss. Lee Byung-hun is still out there. I imagine they'll pitch to Peraza and John Jin-hyuk, as Peraza's switch hitter, so it doesn't really matter where he is. But and here comes the 0-1 pitch. Lifted into right. Kim Tae-gun under it. 1 away. A little bit better than what it looked like yesterday, as he had the very big misplay in right. That's going to bring up a John Jin-hyuk. He did walk Nope, that was he doubled in his last at bat, scored what is currently the winning run. All right, Jang Jin Hyuk. This will be his last batter, I have to imagine, as he's righties coming up for Hanwha. Way outside. 1-0. RBI double in his last at bat as Peraza walked and scored on the double. Welcome, Dave. And Jang Jin Hyuk bunts up. The pitcher bobbles it. And we've got a base runner here. They're going to give him an infield hit. And that'll be it for him, I have to imagine, as they will get into some righties. He bunted it into the air. Pitcher goes to field it, but when he goes to his... Oh, man, he would have been out. Grabs it with his hand, hits it onto his glove, and drops it. And like I said, that was his last batter, as they will go to a righty to face Hanwha's righties. Still waiting on the official scoring. The booth said it was a hit, but the booth knows about as much as whoever this big face guy is on the commercial, which is not much. They do give him a hit. Sweet, I love it. It's the commercial that you just played. You're playing again. All right, No Shiwan will come up. He is 1 for 2 on the day. He doubled in his first at bat, came around to score, and 2 strikeouts after that. Alright, Kim Gong-yu, 43 games, 1 and 2, 262 ERA, 10 holds, 261 batting average against, 34 in the third innings, 19 walks, 26 strikeouts. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, guys. Trying to type stuff and it's all bouncing around. Kim Gong-ru to face No Shiwan. Misses inside 1-0. All right, Hanwha, gotta get some runs here, as now you are getting into that bullpen. The 1-0 pitch to No Shiwan coming up. Fouled away, 1-1. 3 out of the 19 inherited runners from Kim Gong-yu have scored 158. Pretty good at stranding them, especially with already 1 out and a runner on first. But he is facing the old 4-5 hitters for Hanwha. No Shiwan, 281 on the season. anything but a double play here, as Hanwha's already hit into 3 of them today. And the 1-1 pitch chops it foul. Thank God I went foul, because that would have been the double play I said not to hit. All right, stepping in, a 1-2 pitch coming up. Runner on first is John Jin Hyuk. He scores on a double, and they check on him. And will they put him in motion? No Shiwan strikes out a lot. John Jin Hyuk does have some good speed, 11 stolen bases, 11 for 16. Plenty of speed. So the old 1-2 pitch sets up in the other batter's box, and it's 2-2. All right, once again, sets up. Do they put him in motion here? All right, the 2-2 pitch. And they check on him and pick him off. Oh, you can't hit into a double play now because there's nobody on base. And that's a strikeout. Third of the day for him, and that is quite possibly the worst 8th inning you could have. As so much energy, so much momentum, and yeah, you get a infield bunts, and then you get picked off, and then you strike out. So now you've got yeah. All right, I will be right back. Alrighty. Who will be coming in for Hanwha? Pak Sang-won will be coming in for Hanwha. Alright, he pitched yesterday, but only 1 inning. Can they save a Hanwha Ryuhanjin win? All right. So Pak Sang-won did pitch yesterday. Again, he can pitch 2 days in a row. He's been perfectly fine. 49 games, 2-3, 5.36 ERA, 9 holds, 242 batting average against, 48 2/3 innings, 16 walks, and 47 strikeouts on the season. Yesterday came in the 6th, pitched 1 inning. One run that he inherited did score, however, and Jung Soo-bin looks at strike one on the inside. Park Sang-won has been a massive, massive improvement since the pitching coach took over. He had struggled quite a bit. He was the original closer this year for Hanwha as Jung Soo-bin knocks out one foul, making it 0-2. So Park Sang-won was the closer coming into the season for Hanwha. He took over as closer last year, came in, did he closed some games. They were very roller coastery, typical KBO closer situations. But this year, as that's going to be a 6-3 ground out and one away quickly. So he came in last year, did not pitch well. Or came in this year, did not pitch well, just like Kim Bum-soo also did not pitch well because they were just used so much last year. He was pitching 2 innings, 4 days a week. Just, yeah. So, but took some time off, came back. He's been a kind of a swing man, the first guy out of the bullpen in good games, and he has really taken over that role well as he gets the first pitch in there for a strike 0-1. So this month, 10 outings, no earned runs. In the second half, 18 games with a 1.59 ERA as that one is fouled into the stands. The first half, he had an 8.65 ERA. So that tells you how big of a turnaround, as that 5.33 ERA is very misleading compared to how he's been since the new pitching coach took over. So Kim Jae-ho 0 for 2 on the day, lined out to shorts, popped up to third, and fouls that away. 0-2 still. Did have a very successful bunt back in the first inning. Runner on first and nobody out. He was able to bunt the runner over to second, and of course, like most times, they didn't score. Last at bat, he was asked to bunt again and pull it back. Timing was way off. Popped up to the first baseman in foul territory. And looks at strike 3 on the outside. And that is 2 away for Park Sang-won. I really don't like these announcers. Like, every time there is a strikeout looking, they say, oh, ABS strikeout. No, it's a strikeout looking. All right, stepping in now is Jared. He hits right-handers really well. He is still looking for his first hit in this series. 0 for 2 today, was hit by a pitch in his last inning, or his last at-bat, as he almost gets hit there. So against lefties, he's hitting a 458 on the season. Against righties, 326. Basically only struggles against sidearmers and submariners. And the 1-1 pitch misses inside 2 and 1. Apparently there was a strike somewhere. There we go. All right, the 2-1 pitch. So apparently there was a strike, but they were just showing a bunch of replays of the game. Juyun Song hanging out in the dugouts again, not available today as he pitched the last 2 days. Isong Gyu in the bullpen, pitched 2 innings yesterday, warming up to close out the game, I guess, is okay. 2-2 pitch coming up again. Park Sang-won battling Jared. Still looking for his first hit of this series. He's had a walk and a hit by pitch, but that is the only way he has been on base. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the inside. Fouls it back as it leaks back into the middle of the plates. It's the 2-2 pitch once again. A swing and a miss. Big inning there from Park Sang-won as that will send us to the 9th. Hanwha up 2-1. Did they pull ahead? They were tied at 3-3. That would put Hanwha 1 game out of 5th place. It will be interesting next week. They'll have Moon Dong-ju obviously on Monday. Normally they would have Kim Gi-young or Kim Gi-jung or somebody else on Tuesday. But Hanwha does not play on Friday. So it's possible that they could have Weiss go on 5 days rest and pitch on Wednesday, and Paria go on 5 days rest and pitch on Thursday, and then Ryuhan Jin go on 6 days rest, the regular rest in the KBO, and pitch Saturday's game. So they could possibly go to a 4-man rotation just for the Lotte series, as the Lotte series is pretty important with Lotte just a game behind, maybe 2 games behind, depending on how the rest of today ends up. But yeah, so out on the mound now is Hong Gun-hee. Yang Sung-won, another rough day. Lee Do-yoon, on the other hand, a fantastic day. Hong Gun-hee out on the mound. Let's see if his stats pop up for me to read for you guys. Stepping in, Kim Tae-yeon will lead things off for Hanwha. And that's in there for a strike. So 50 games, 4-2, 223 ERA, 7 holes, 234 batting average against, 48 in the third innings, 24 walks, and 39 strikeouts. All right, the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Kim Tae-yeon, 0 for 1 today, 2 walks. Korean series, Dave, as that's low, 2-1. I could only imagine how hard or how expensive those tickets would be on the second-hand market. All right, the 2-1 pitch. swing, fouls it into the glove. 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch catches the bottom of the zone. 1 out. Second looking strikeout out of the day for Kim Tae-yeon. Might be the end of the day for him, as it's very possible that they put Yu Ro-gyol over in right field for defensive purposes and bring Kim Tae-yeon out of the game. At least that's what I would do. All right, Kim In-won steps in and looks at strike one at the top of the zone. 0 for 2 on the day. Walked in his first at bat, a 3-6-3 ground out, and then a strikeout. And that's low, 1-1. And the 1-1, did he go? Nope. 2-1. All right, the 2-1 pitch, Kim In-won. Ball 3 on the inside, 3-1. Kim In-won, 235 on the season. Hong Gun-hee, 222 ERA on the season. And Doosan has the best ERA, bullpen ERA in the league. Hanwha has the best very back end of the bullpen, and that's another strike. 3-2. And another full count. In fifth full count of the day for Hanwha, 3 of them have been base runners, hoping to get a fourth, as that is ball 4. And like I said, and we'll see what happens here, as will they go with a pinch runner? If they go with a pinch runner, yep, they go with a pinch runner. Yu Ro-gyol will come in to pinch run, which means Yu Ro-gyol will go into right field to play defense. Kim Tae-yeon will come in to play first. Kind of very similar to yesterday's situation. And stepping in now, Lee Do-yoon, the best hitter of the day, according to whatever ranking thingy they use. And a strike at the top of the zone. Go ahead and change that, because it's gonna happen. Yep. You. Swings, pops that up. Shh. They don't know who's gonna catch it. Oh my God! Well done, Doosan! Oh my Lord! That was embarrassing. Wow. Who do you... Wow. I'm gonna guess they're gonna give that E6 to E6. Wow. Good Lord, that was awful. Awful great for Hanwha, as now they've got runners on first and seconds with oh, Ewan Suk steps in now. Still waiting on his song from Nick. He is a late game singles and doubles machine, ladies and gentlemen. Just put some more Hanwha runs up on the board. 233 on the season, but that's pales in comparison. To his late game abilities. And outside 2-0. Ran out of edits. Using a free editing program. All right. Yesterday, the 9th inning allowed Hanwha to score some runs. That's ball 3 upstairs. Again, yesterday, Hanwha scored some runs off a bad left fielder catch. Today, a pop fly to the shortstop, and they've got runners on first and second now because they don't play defense. All right, Ewan Suk, the 3-0 pitch. They pipe it down the middle. He tries, but misses, and that's ball 4. Hanwha loads the bases. Yep. Enjoy your last year coaching the team, because you're awful. Shea Jae-hoon will step up to the plate now. Will they go with a new batter or a new pitcher? It's still 2-1. Shea Jae-hoon does hit into a lot of double plays. We'll see what happens here. But it doesn't matter if he's not going to throw a strike. Better go back to Daegu, buddy. Maybe they'll welcome you in the dugout there. Yeah, he is. Tried to put that one over the fence, but a little foul on the fence, and it's 0-1. Hitting .375 on the season with the bases loaded. 3 hits and 9 RBIs. Looking for 3 more RBIs as a single scores 2, a double scores 3, and a homer scores everybody. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. He's going to come in, and you're not going to throw him out. What was that? Oh, my Lord. What was that, right fielder? Thank you. Thank you, right fielder. What was that? Lee Do-yoon made his way over to third, so now he is 90 feet away. I have no idea, like, how do you not set yourself up to make the throw? Like, how do you catch that standing? Error on Doosan once again, but we all know who's coming up now. The most clutch hitter in the game. Moon Hyun Bin steps in. Outside, ball one. The 11th man, Doosan's coach, Moon Hyun Bin, runners on first and seconds, and lets him have seconds. Sorry, first and third. I meant second and third now, as Iwan Suk decides to take second base. We will have now a single scores two. Lead off as he golfs that one, and he hits the catcher in the back of the head with his backswing as the catcher was jumping forward trying to block that. Again, there's a runner on third, so you got to make sure that nothing gets past you. Moon Hyun Bin hitting .313 against Doosan on the season. 2 triples. Five hits, 4 RBIs, looking for more. As he fouls that straight back. 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch to Moon Hyun Bin, looking for some insurance. That's foul. Ball boy gets a chance. Let's go more. Lee Sang-gyu warming up. No, Park Sang-won warming up in the bullpen. Gonna go back out there. Better score some more runs here. Fouls it off again. Seventh pitch of this at-bats. Unearned run. One of them in. 6 walks, 7 hits, an error, and a manager has put Hanwha up 3-1 as that's upstairs 2-2. Started in the first when they tried to bunt with nobody on, or with a runner on and nobody out, and has only gotten worse. All right, the 2-2 pitch, 8th pitch of this at-bats. Swings and gets a piece. Barraza waiting on deck. All right, 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, 2 runners on, 2-run lead. Pinch hitting Moon Hyun Bin for the 9th pitch of this at-bat. And that's ball 3 outside, runs the count full. Hanwha's first base runner of this inning came from a full count walk. They've had 6 now. 4 of them have been on A single, a double, 2 walks from 4 of the 5 bases loaded count or full counts. I can't even talk as he pops him up, but that doesn't mean anything in Doosan. Second baseman under it. 3-way. Hanwha gets 1 on Doosanen. And we will go to the bottom of the 9th. Hanwha up 3-1. Now the question is I mean, if you looked there, Pak Sang-won was warming up, which means they're going with Pak Sang-won, the same guy that pitched yesterday and pitched the 8th. Again, I talked about it a little bit earlier. He was the closer at the start of this year, but he was so bad in the closer role that they had to take him out. But at the same time, he is much better since the All-Star break or in the second half. So, with that being said, a 2-run lead, would I still send him out there? It sends a big message to the rest of your pitching staff that you are not willing at all. So does Moon Hyun Bin stay at second? Or are they going to put Ito Yoon over at second and put the air-prone shortstop? It does look like Moon Hyun Bin is over at second still. Oh, we'll see. Pak Sang-won is still out there. He's going to face Yang Sung-won, Kim Jae-won, and Kang Seung-ho, the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Yang Sung-won has not had a good season, or not a good series. First pitch, pops it foul. Noshiwan over, and that's how you catch a pop fly, ladies and gentlemen. 1 away. They're up 4-3. Top of the 9th. All right, Pak Sang-won is still out there. Kim Jae-won, good that he has nobody on base. 1 for 3. He has the 1 Doosan run, which was a home run off of Yoo Hyun-jin. Looks at ball 1 inside. 1-0. 1 for 2 on the day, 1 for 3. Flew out to center in his first at-bats. Home run in his second and struck out looking on a full count in his last at-bats. Looks at ball 2 on the outside. 2-0. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You're on the third base side. Sit down. All right, the 2-0 in there for a strike. 2-1. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch. And that is crushed, but not enough, as that's John Jin-hyuk under it, and 2 away. 1 out away. And Kang Seung-ho is going to step in as the last hope for Doosan. Yes. Fans start piling out. 19 years since they've swept Doosan, and that's going to be a 5-3 sweep as Hanwha holds on to win 3-1, and Yuanjin moves to 8-7. Pak Song-won gets the 2-out save, and Hanwha sweeps Doosan for the first time in 19 years. Yeah, it is, but I'll talk about that in just a second. So Hanwha sweeps a second straight weekend sweep, as earlier this season they had struggled just to win on a Saturday. So Hanwha gets the win. Thank you, first of all. Obviously, thank you to the Doosan defense for this series win, this series sweep, and thank you to the Doosan manager for questionable decisions all weekend long. Really, Hanwha could not have done it without you. Starting today in the first inning, a reached on an error, and then you bunted them over, and of course nobody scores because you lowered your chance to score any runs. Then the defense really helped out later. And yeah. So thank you, Doosan defense. Yesterday, missed the pop fly and left. Today, and in the 10th inning, missed the ground ball to first. Couldn't have won without you. No questions asked yesterday. Today, the big error there in the 9th again allows Hanwha to score another run. Pretty much defeats the Doosan any feelings that they had at that point. Pak Song-won is able to pitch 2 innings. Yuanjin obviously pitched extremely well. 7 innings, 95 pitches, 73 of them for strikes, 5 hits, 1 homer to Kim Jae-won. And yeah, so Hanwha with the sweep. That's 4 wins this week. 1 it's just amazing, Dave. 1 loss. Again, you gotta hit you have to figure that 4th or 5th place is gonna be a 500 team. So you have to have winning weeks for the rest of the season. Hanwha still does have a ton of games left. Only 2 teams have played less games. Sorry, 3 are. Only 2 teams have played less games than Hanwha. That is Lotte and Doosan or NC. So Hanwha has plenty of games left. As long as they can keep winning to make up where they're sitting at. So again, they're 2 games behind KT. They're tied with SSG in terms of games back. They are back 1/1000th of a point based on their winning percentage, just because they've played so many less games than SSG. They've played 3 games less than SSG. They do hold the tiebreaker against SSG and against KT. They've won both of those series this season, so they do have the tiebreaker against SSG and the tiebreaker against KT. So if 2 teams have the same record, it goes to head-to-head record. But the problem is that SSG has 1 less tie than Hanwha, meaning that they're not going to tie in winning percentage. KT, on the other hand, does have 2 ties. So does Doosan, if we're really talking possibly the 4th team. Doosan also has 2 ties, as The only team with 3 ties is Lotte. So Hanwha could tie KT and they would own the tiebreaker. They cannot tie SSG because of the less ties. Normally, you would think that a tie would go a half a win, a half a loss, but in the KBO, they just erase the game. It's basically, so Hanwha, while they have 2 ties and they play 144 games on the season, it's calculated out of 142 games on the season. So SSG with 1 tie would go down as a 143 game season, making it nearly impossible for them to tie. However, again, Doosan and KT both have 2 ties, so big there. Also, Hanwha still has some games against these teams. They have 2 games against SSG. One of those games is actually scheduled to be the last game of the season, which is on the 28th of September. So, could come down to that. They do also have 1 game against KT, but really Hanwha has to keep winning, and what they're going to run into is they have 4 games against LG, 3 games against Kia, 4 games against NC, and 2 games against Samsung, and 8 games against Lotte. So, if they split the Lotte series, that's fine. But they do have to win against a lot of teams that are going to be in the playoffs. So how are they going to do against that? But first they have to get to the playoffs. So today, again, first sweep in 19 years for Hanwha. The bullpen, Pak Sang-won, was able to close out the game, pitched 2 innings. Having the day off tomorrow is absolutely huge. 3 innings from him in the last 2 days out of the bullpen. Massive. Yuanjin really, 7 innings. Hoping to get 6 out of him, like I talked about in the description. Hoping, how is he going to pitch? Is he going to, how many pitches or how many innings can he go? He went enough. Yeah, and I see that the KT game is bases loaded with 1 out. I'm not sure what channel it's on, but maybe I should go to it and see what we can do. I don't know what channel it's on. All right, so I am going to call the rest of this game. Yeah, it's on. Thanks. So right now, top of the 9th, KT is up. So let's go here. I need to remove some stuff here. Nope, not that one. All right. So top of the 9th, it's bases loaded. First pitch catches the bottom of the zone. 0-1. So KT versus SSG. I'm going to do the rest of this game for those of you wanting. Wang Jae-gyun, very famous for his wanting to fight everybody for striking out. At bat 0 for 4 on the day, and the 0-1 pitch catches the bottom of the zone once again. Yeah, because KT is ahead by 2 games, so so SSG has got to win in order for Hanwha to be able to go up or closer to 5th. If KT comes back and wins, that means that KT is going to stay 2 games ahead. SSG would fall down to 7th. Hanwha would move up to 6th. All right, the 0-2 pitch outside. 1-2. There is. Where are we at here? I'm trying to see who's up. So Wang Jae-gyun on deck is Han Sung-ho. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And it chops it foul as he drops down to one knee to get a piece on it. And let's see if I can make some changes. We'll throw that up there. Throw that up there. Got ourselves a KT game here, ladies and gentlemen. And a swing and a miss, struck him out. That is not what I wanted. All right. First pitch is in there for a strike. Chun Sung-ho 0 for 1 on the day. That's not. That's why. No. And a swing and a miss at a pitch way out of the zone. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the game. And Hanwha will be 1 game out of 5th place as he strikes out 2 of them. And we'll go back to this stuff. All right, so fantastic day for Hanwha baseball as they get the sweep against Doosan, and then on top of that, KT loads the bases in the top of the 9th and end up not scoring the 1 run they need as Kium also wins. Samsung is way up. NC is winning, so the bottom half is going to win. Hanwha is going to be much, much closer. They are 3 games out of 4th place. They're going to be 1 game out of 5th place. And a huge, huge, huge series coming up to start next week. They're going to play against Lotte. And again, the biggest thing is Lotte will have their 3 best starters lined up. So, that is the thing is Hanwha has been doing really well during the weekend. Why have they been doing really well during the weekend? Well, they've had Weiss, Baria, and Ryuhan Jin on the weekends for these series that they have swept those 2 series. They're very good at that spot. The bullpen has been able to hold them. So how is it going to happen over Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Again, Moon Dong-ju will go on Tuesday. There's no question there. On Wednesday, who's going to pitch? Is it going to be... he definitely will not sit. The question is okay, so Weiss pitched on Friday, which means he would normally pitch on Thursday on 6 days rest. But they do not play on Friday. The KBO had a chance to schedule next Friday to schedule the Hanwha NC game that was rained out, but they didn't. This was the only day besides a Monday that Hanwha and NC do not play the rest of the year. Okay? Because now Hanwha does not play Friday and does not play Sunday, what this can mean is Moondongju on Monday, Weiss on 5 days rest on Tuesday, Moondongju on Tuesday, obviously Monday, no baseball. So Moondongju on Tuesday, Weiss on 5 days rest, pitching on Wednesday, and Baria on 5 days rest, pitching on Thursday, leaving Yu Jin to pitch on regular rest on Saturday. That would mean you have your 4 best pitchers all pitching in the week, and then the following week, now you have in the series against Doosan, okay, so Tuesday you're going to have Moondongju, Weiss against Kia, and then Baria against Kia, and Ryuhan Jin will pitch again in Jamshil against LG. You'll have to have somebody else, and then obviously go from there. But that's what is going to have to, it's tough to determine. Weiss, Weiss on Friday did not throw too many. 87 pitches through 6 innings. Baria only threw 67 on Saturday, but again, Baria really, once he gets around the 80 pitch count, there's issues. So both of them didn't have huge pitch counts, but again, now you're talking about playoff baseball, and you need guys to just step up. Their 5th starter has been, it started with Kim Minu, who ended up getting hurt, ended up having surgery. Then you had Wang Jun-saw, who pitched well in his first start, but since then, not that great. Jo Dong-wook pitched well in his first start, since then, not well. Kim Gi-jun pitched well in his first start, since then, no. Then Kim Do-bin got 1 out. So, well, the thing is Dave, it's foreigners. So the rules for foreigners and the rules for Koreans are different. So definitely could see them taking him and throwing both of them on 5 days rest. Again, Baria pitched in the MLB, where you have your 5 days, every 5 days you start. In Korea, with the Monday off day, you have your every 6 days you start. Weiss, however, pitched in the independent league, and I don't know enough about it, but I know he was with the Royals for a while, so maybe, but honestly, it's what you have to do for the following week. They're going to have 7 days of rest after that. So they pitch 1 week on 5 days rest, and then the following week they have 7 days rest. So it's not like it's 5 days, 5 days, 5 days. It's what I would do if I was the manager. Obviously, you have to talk to your individual players and see what they think. But, I mean, most guys are going to, say yeah. So, but, I mean, we'll see. There's no real rain in the forecast. So I don't think any of the games are going to get rained out at all. But again, it's that time of the year where a typhoon could just boom show up, and the game gets rained out, and now you've got plenty of rest for all your guys. So who knows? But Hanwha gets the win. They move 1 game within 5th place, and they move 3 games within 4th place. So they still are sitting in 7th place technically, but for most intensive purposes, they actually have a higher chance of making the playoffs than SSG, which is a game ahead of them, or sorry, is 1/100th of a winning percentage points ahead of them, but they have played 3 more games than Hanwha. So that'll be it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you very, very much for all of you guys that joined for the first time. Yeah, pitched 2 or 3 innings to get the save. Casey Kelly going from getting cut by LG to going playing for his dad in for the Louisville Bats, and then suddenly going to the major league team and getting a 3-out save. So full circle for that guy. So, all right, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Until next time.
준비됐어. 지금 필요한 건 너와 나. 식어버린 네 심장도 다시 뜨겁게 해준 날. 태양처럼 불타오르는 희망, 모든 것을 던져 승리를 위하여. 더 높이 날아 Hanwha Eagles. 모든 것은 준비됐어. 지금 필요한 건 너와 나. 식어버린 네 심장도 다시 뜨겁게 해준 날.